mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater gets.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
Lead! It's 59. Mike to 59. Let's set a tone, brother.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Now Gurley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check nickel.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They run. It's Gurley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
That's Samuel, caught left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check 43.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Daron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
I'm here all day. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. It's our time.
93, 52, 93, 44.
Here's Dalton.
I got you, boy.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The All-Pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit. But how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Check 50, check 50. Two by two. Move.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down, 4 down.
2 by 2. Move.
Go.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Todd Gurley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Block 80.
57.
Check pass. Check pass.
Switch.
Block it back.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Monday, watch the screen. Kill.
61, matchbox lights.
Check 31, check 31. Check the backer, check the...
Show that bench release and go.
Twist. Watch the twist.
Why they got...
To throw here, Roethlisberger. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Ready? Like 5.
Here we go, D. Hey,
What is it?
it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Shift. Alert, alert. Hey,
I got it.
hey, orbit. Black, what's that?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go.
Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
That! Black 20.
57 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Whirl. Black is good.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger.
You're not ready.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check. Black is good.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And some room to work. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big run there by Jones. 46 yards. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there.
5.
57. Mike, 57. Watch the run. Kill.
Good.
Share.
Black, what's that?
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Vikings take over.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go! 58, come on!
2 by 2.
50.
Move!
We gotta get the ball, D, get the ball!
Nice.
Out.
To throw again. Dalton, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
3 down.
Hey, exit.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama, Mack Wilson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Shit!
These 2.
He's moving, boys, he's moving!
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own, and to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Easy. 50.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, let's get that ball.
Go. Middle.
Mark 38! Mark 38!
I got one. Get this.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get this.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have taken the lead. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun, throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton, Marquise Blair, 2nd-round pick from Utah, there to bat it away.
It's been my observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. This will be Dalton again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Running right, Jones. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 15.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, now, 180. Quarter. Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
Mike's 57. 57's Mike. There's a pardon.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Cobb to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Tight end's right.
3 down. 3 down. Hey, Foxtrot.
Andy Dalton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Eric Berry there defensively.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
All day.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
57's Mike. Mike.
Now Roethlisberger.
Let him know.
Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you
24.
Give me some.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 57's a Mike.
Hey, alert.
You. Kill.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Check 26.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On the return comes Cobb. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
3 buds.
Nice.
Mike 51.
Hey, Alpha. You bet.
Throwing again. Dalton. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Hot, hot. Lead.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
Regular.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
They got 368.
Watch 85, ball going 85. Watch 85.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hands up. 318.
58, the mic. Watch the flag, watch the flag.
Hands up.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The pickup there, 5 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Let's go, let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I got you. Watch out, watch out.
Alert.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Ready? Like 80.
57.
22, 44.
So we got man.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Packers.
Like 80.
Choppers. 66. X3. 218. Chopper.
Save. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
He's coming. We got double up.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 20. Touchdown, Packers. Ronald Jones, 51 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Jack 16.
36.
Alert.
Alert, flare.
Hey. High 7. Hey.
Ringo.
Lock it back.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 39-yard line.
Lead.
Watch the screen.
Here we go. Can.
58's the mic. Vince is move. Here we go.
Now Dalton.
Let's bring it.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
That's what I'm talking about.
368.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, I'm coming.
Regular.
So Dalton now. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
And the Vikings first down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Slam.
Gurley.
Run to the ball.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Travin Howard. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Bravo!
And now to the air, Dalton. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
57 the mic. 57 the mic. Help out! You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't. Middle. Double bump. Double up. Double up. Hey, wahoo! Under crunch. Solid. 5 down. Under crunch.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. 16 yards, a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jack 16.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again.
Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Check 52. Monday.
Check 3. Check 3.
Under 10. Greystone travel. 10. Check.
Here's Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Oliver. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Easy.
Mike, 57.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Come on, out. Black, what's that?
Ben to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Green Bay.
Keep playing hard. First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Forced out to, and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game?
And,
Don't let me
jump. There as it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Oh, Roethlisberger gonna throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever.
Bound to lose one.
No spacing. Alert, alert. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the blue.
Roethlisberger to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 39 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Here's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
We got this. We got this. Snickers, got to spin.
On the delay, Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Packers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
8. 52. Mike, 57. I'm coming. 57's Mike. Mike, 50. Watch the curl. Last one.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Going up top. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball.
They'll go with Jones. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. All right, here's Dalton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Now the Packers... third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.